Does God love you? Absolutely. How do I know? Because He put Jesus at Calvary. Paul said in Romans 5:8, God displayed His love toward us, and that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. The great proof of God's love is that God would sacrifice Himself, because that's the great proof of a parent. How do you know your mom and dad loves you? Look at all the things that are going on in your life, the provision that they provide you. There are going to be moments where they don't stop things from happening to you. If you interpret that mom and dad now hate you and are trying to teach you a lesson, you miss the point. We got to continue and constantly put Jesus in front of them. Let me read one more passage for you. You're in Deuteronomy chapter 1. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 39. Go to 38. God's telling you the two people that get to go into the wilderness, Caleb and Joshua. Everybody else is going to die. 38, Joshua the son of Nun who stands before you, he shall go in there, encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Always should encourage those who speak to you of your inheritance. That's a good thing. Moreover, your little ones and your children, who you say will be victims, who today have no knowledge of good and evil, they shall go in there. To them I will give it, and they shall possess it. Today they have no knowledge of good and evil. They're going to. That's something they're going to grow into. This is a crucial development for this generation going into the wilderness. Something just grabs me about that phrase, you say they will be victims. I'm reading now the New King James. I don't have any idea what the other translations say. I saw that, and that just jumped off the page at me. You say they will be victims. God says they will not be victims. And I think God is teaching us a very crucial lesson. If we keep descending into this, God is against me, God doesn't care, this is what's happening. Here's where we end up. We end up in a pessimistic society that has already prophesied doom for the next generation, and that's how most of us talk about the next generation now. They don't have a chance. Those kids don't have a chance. And God said the same thing. These who you say will be victims, He said they will cross over. And I don't even really know why I'm closing with that, but that's the last thing I want you to hear from me from the scriptures is those who we look at in the next generation and say will be victims. I don't buy it for a second, because I believe the message of grace and the love of God is sweeping the earth. And those who you say will be victims will be victors in another generation. Now I want to live to see it. Maybe we need to take advantage of the 2 ears and 1 mouth and listen twice as much as we talk, and doodle in the sand once in a while until we've learned the difference between good and evil. Maybe we need to lay down our right and wrong and pick up our good and evil. Because some things are right or some things are wrong, but we're looking for good. There's a lot more I want to say. There's a lot more I could say, but I'm going to stop there.